we're here right now at the second floor of D+B Wine Shop, and we're gonna have a LechonWar battle go around. So our guests will pick what is their favorite. Check it out.
With the youngest guy in the room.
Lechon number one.
Yes.
My feeling was a bit too dry.
Agree. Okay.
Not enough flavor in terms of, when you put all those herbs and everything inside the pot. So it was a bit dry and not very flavorful. My personal favorite was Lechon number two. It was very soft and very flavorful. Lechon number 3 was very nice also, but not as good as Lechon number 2. And Lechon belly number 1 and Lechon belly number 2, my favorite was number 2. Mainly because maybe it just arrived, so the skin was very crispy. Yeah. We have to take in consideration also that it took time to deliver, so maybe the skin was a bit soggy when it arrived. But Lechon number 2 and Lechon belly number 2.
So Lechon number 1, a bit dry. I thought the flavour of the meat was a little bit average. It was nothing special. I thought the skin was very good. It was very crispy and crunchy. Like you said, when people deliver pork here, it's completely covered in a box normally, so it steams itself and gets soggy by the time it gets to the venue normally. Right. Lechon number 2, I thought the skin was, how do you say in Visaya? The skin was shit. but no, that's it. But it could just be because of the method it was delivered in. But the meat was very tender, the meat was full of flavour. That's actually my favourite as well. Lechon number 3, the skin was excellent, but it was freshly delivered. We know that. Some parts I found were a little bit salty, but I tried the belly, the leg, the top on the loin, and some parts were a little bit salty, some parts were a little bit tender, and some parts were not. So number 2's got it for me. The lechon belly, lechon, actually I like your base. Lechon number 1, it was tender, the flavour was average, the skin was actually quite good. Number 2, it had lots of, I could taste the lemongrass, I could taste the ingredients inside, the skin was excellent, but like I said, freshly delivered, but I actually found certain parts to be, for me personally, too salty.
Yes.
Too salty. So I agree with Chef, belly 1, Lechon 2.
Actually, I have to echo the chefs. I like number 2, but I like Lechon belly number 1. I felt the flavor, but the saltiness is an issue. The inconsistency with the saltiness. Because one bite's delicious, next bite is like, wow, show me a glass of water. So otherwise, I thought it was very good. Good idea. Thank you, Brian.
Let me say first, actually, overall, all the lechon, any of these 3 were better than 90% of the lechon that I've eaten at functions, because often it's tough. Number two, I have to excuse myself for being stupid because I didn't realise that the skin was part of the judging criteria, so I deliberately disregarded the skin.
That's fine.
But for me, the best skin was belly 2. That was super. My personal favourite went to belly 1 for the taste of the meat itself, and to lechon 2. So I went belly 1, lechon 2.
Fabulous.
Belly 1 is what I like.
You like belly 1?
Of all of them, and lechon 2.
Why did you like belly 1?
I found it to be. I found maybe it's the part that I got, but belly 2 was very too strong, the lemongrass, you know? So that's why, whereas belly 1 was consistent in terms of the taste.
Throughout
Yes.
Actually, I like belly 1.
Really, to be honest with you, I like the lechon number 2. For me, it was more tasty, more sweet, more tender in the mouth. Of course, the skin was no more so crispy, but we don't check the skin. And for me, to be honest, maybe I was lucky. I like belly number 2. It was not so salty for me. The first taste, not salty. The second one, very salty. So maybe some part, but I prefer the lechon belly number 2.
I actually tasted the lechon 2. The meat was moist and the flavor was good, and luckily I did not eat the very salty part because I also stay away from salt. So everything we cook at home, we never use salt, so that was just right for me. In terms of the belly, I actually thought maybe I'm just the first one I tasted was belly 1, but to me I like the belly 2 because of the flavor. I love lemongrass, so probably that influenced me. That's that was a subjective thing because I like lemongrass.
The lechon belly 1 made the trip worthwhile.
Belly 2. People look for different things in lechon. Some people will just go for the wrist. Some people will just go for the skin. Me, I actually like lechon number 1. You guys are saying it's like dry, but that has the best flavor of the pork itself. To me, and pork spices is another thing. Of course, I mean, you look for the spices, the flavors, the seasonings for the lechon. I like the porky flavor of the meat of number 1, and I like that one.
I think if you're just gonna have lechon eaten as it is, then you're missing the point. Because lechon is always eaten at least with puso, and somehow the flavor of the puso will affect the flavor of the lechon. It's just like the wine and something else, So aside number 2, point number 2 is that there should be a different, let's say, scoring system just for the skin, because you have good skin but lousy meat, or good meat and lousy skin. So again, that I think for the future, I think that would be a good way to grade a lechon. As far as I'm concerned, the lechon's at lechon. But seriously, I like number 2.
Rita, same opinion?
Yeah, number 2 and number 2.
How about a guest from the United States?
Okay, number 1 is Rico's lechon. Rico. It's the healthy one, it's the leaner. Number 2 is the old-timer CNT lechon.
Our neighbor.
Your neighbor. And number 3 is the house of lechon.
That is my favorite.
Your favorite.
Belly number 1 is Tatang. Tatang. And that one is belly something.
John Gonzales.
John Gonzales who created his house. He was selling before. He was selling in BTC, but BTC closed those things. Now you have to order. It's only on order in his house.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shrimski of circa 1900, and I'm Dondi Joseph of D+B Wines. And we'd like to invite you to
The first ever
LechonWar
LechonWar
Wars
in
Cebu. The first ever Cebu Lechon Wars. It's going to be in circa 1900. This will be in September this year. So watch this space. We're going to invite people, we're going to invite professionals, we're going to invite chefs, we're going to invite hotel and restaurant people, and we're going to invite the public. Join us and choose your lechon.
Choose your lechon. See you then.
See you then.